Here I'm making a sample of one of my recipes. It's called Power Sushi. Master Luki brand Power Sushi. I have plans, as you may know, for a commercial food service establishment, which essentially means it's legal to sell food. There's certain specifications as far as sanitary guidelines. Because I don't use animal products, there's less specifications. Mostly what I do is fresh fruits and vegetables. This recipe is cooked quinoa and some other things. My recipe book is available for free. If you go to masterluki.com, you could see this very recipe. And I'm making it in my apartment, so I technically can't sell this, but let's just keep it between the two of us for now. You and me. Buttered asparagus. Talking about coconut butter. And that's asparagus that I'm rolling in here. Power Sushi is a complete plant protein. It also has very high omega-3 fat content, which is excellent for brain health. The seaweed wrap is high in minerals, and I would say this is a superfood. Pretty much all your nutrients that you would need. It's calorie dense, it's delicious, and it's sushi. Everybody loves sushi. This is a recipe that you can build an entire restaurant around because it's so versatile, and that's what I'm banking on. Plus, I'm in martial arts. This is an Asian-inspired recipe, and it just all fits. I learned this, of course, from Dr. David Jubb. It is a recipe that is Life Food certified, and that means it's the healthiest qualification of food. Vegan doesn't necessarily mean healthy. Raw doesn't necessarily mean healthy. Living doesn't necessarily mean healthy. Life Food certified is, by definition, healthy. That is the reason why it's called Life Food certified. Because we're not concerned with, I'm sorry to say, animals. This is not an ethically inspired menu. Although it is the most ethical. Because if you're vegan, you could be eating a lot of bananas, and the banana agriculture industry is responsible for environmental destruction. Look it up. I'm a warrior. I do battle. And I won't compromise on health. My system is the safest way. Here's one of my students, Marco on bottom. He's testing for his second rank in Master Luki's League of Champions. It's called the Land Shark. And to qualify for this rank, he has to learn and he has to demonstrate that he does know how to escape from the mounted position. which you'll see again here in a second, but it's the position where he started out. This is side mount. The full mount is a game over position in mixed martial arts. There's ground and pound, there's submissions, and if you don't know how to escape from that, there's a big hole in your game. So this is the first move that I teach, and in my opinion, the most important move coming from grappling. And I am very thankful to have trained under the Serra brothers, Matt and Nick, who drilled this escape with me over and over and over thousands of times, so that when I had to perform it under pressure with a grown man trying to give me brain damage on top, I was able to, here's the mount, I was able to do it without having to think. Muscle memory. We do things over and over and over again. This recipe I've been doing for about, I would say, over 10 years. Power Sushi. I learned it from Dr. David Jubb in New York City in 2005. His recipe was probably close to 20 ingredients. Mine is only a handful because Master Luki brand is made simple and affordable for families. See, I'm on a mission to take over martial arts and nutrition. And it's a straight line, like a dagger, to the heart of the beast. Okay, if I'm going to change the hearts and minds of people, it's got to be easy. Can't be complicated. People are sick. They don't have the energy to dedicate themselves like I have. Okay? This is a recipe that can be put into a box and shipped nationwide and worldwide for bodybuilders, athletes, people who don't have time to do meal prep. It can be delivered right to their door. Marco here on the left, we may have just seen him. This is another student of mine who's telling me that he does meal prep. Marco has a friend who's a chef, and his chef friend has an investor. So I made a bag of Power Sushi to give out as samples and hopefully get somebody to invest in a Master Luki restaurant. When I trained in Dr. Jubb's restaurant in 2005, I learned not only how to be a life food chef, but also how to help people heal from any condition with no drugs and no surgery. This is the old, natural way of healing. Yay, yay. I spent 24/7 with Dr. Jubb, traveling from California to the heartland of America. This is in 2013. I got my training as a medicine person in the native tradition. And the native heals with energy. So I got the science, and Dr. Jubb taught me how to motivate people. Because a kid isn't going to be interested in the science of colloidal biology. This is a new science, and I'm going to use the word new because it came from the use of phase contrast microscopes, which came out in the late 80s and early 90s. And this technology is so cutting edge that Western, quote, modern medicine doesn't even recognize it yet. They're still using pictures instead of real-time movies. And that's why when you go to a hospital, you're more likely to die than if you climb Mount Everest. A lot of people die on Mount Everest. If you make it there, you see a lot of bodies strewn about the landscape. But statistically, you check into a hospital, you're more likely not to make it out. Wow, what does that say about the state of the art of health? Just look at the hospital cafeteria. Did you know many times they're sponsored? Did you know many times the schools where our children are supposed to be learning, the cafeteria menu is sponsored? And who's making money off of that? Is it the same companies that are making money off of the Adderall that's given to babies because they've been dosed up with so much sugar, now they can't pay attention? Oh, goodness gracious. Adderall comes from a methamphetamine, if you didn't know. An amphetamine that was used probably still in the military to heighten the senses of trained killers. Much of our technology comes from the military, and I wouldn't be able to be broadcasting this message to you if it wasn't for that very fact. So I'm trying not to be a judge and say this is bad, this is good. I just have to give you the truth. And I believe that by spreading this truthful message, I'm going to get back some good karma. And I will do whatever it takes to be successful, as long as it's healthy. I'm not doing steroids. I'm not doing chemical drugs. I do yohimbe and tribulus. Those are herbal testosterone boosters and stimulants. And here I'm cutting mango for my own power sushi. This is an even simpler recipe than the buttered asparagus. It only has one ingredient instead of two. As far as the filling goes, here's the power sushi itself, the quinoa and other materials, ingredients. And this is my refuel meal. I had some other stuff before this, but this is the major refuel meal for the week. I'm doing dino scales only, Monday through Friday. And I'm doing this for two reasons. One, because I want an 8-pack. I want to be able to get on the cover of a magazine because I'm shredded. All natural, not like the models that are all juiced up. They don't have to be as disciplined because the steroids will be so powerful that they can eat things that normally wouldn't be able to be eaten by somebody who wants to be the best. I only want to do the best. I never gave any junk food to a child. As a matter of fact, there was a birthday party here at the gym. The kid wanted to bring donuts. I said, no, you can bring a fruit platter. And he did. Kids are easy to mold. You just have to make it fun. I'm doing my best. And I hope that you stay with me because I will never stop. I will never stop giving my best. And if it's not good enough, I will improve constantly. Oh my gosh, look at all this power sushi. Would you believe I ate the whole thing? I really did. I had to push myself. Maybe next time I won't make as big a plate. Or, hey, if you want to, come share it with me. You know, I'm going to have a restaurant anyway, so you might as well try out some of the samples and let me know what you think. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, connect with me 24/7 on masterluki.com. Feel free to leave a comment here on the video and come back soon.